Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia, continuing from my previous live stream. Allah's will being limited due to His being one and Qahar, overpowering or all prevailing. Sorry about this. So now, okay, the exact title of the previous live stream, what was it? I can't remember here. I have to go to my previous live stream to remember what was the exact. Do I have it here? What stops Allah from taking a son? Sorry, yeah. So correction from my previous live stream. What stops Allah from taking a son? Dot dot dot. So I'm not going there right now because then I'll lose the the chat. The live stream is still processing. Okay. So now continuing. I showed you, right? So there's a contradiction in between Surah Zumar ayat 4 and Surah Maryam ayat 35. Okay, so here he says, Allah himself says in Surah 19 ayat 35, it does not befit Allah to take for himself a son. Glory be to him. Okay, Subhana, it's the same as Surah 39 ayat 4, but that when he decrees a thing, he only says be and it is, right? So now it's not arada, but qada. When he decrees a thing, he says to it, be, and it is. And so the Muslims will say that he's given everything. It's, what does qada mean? You know, when Allah decrees or he gives everything its qada, value, right? However, whatever it is, forget all that, because technically it in other ways it has this problem. The contradiction is still there, because in Surah Zumar ayat 4 Allah says if Allah had intended to take a son, he could have chosen from what he creates whatever he willed, right? At least this much he himself says he can take a son, not have a son, but take a son. Now then he says, exalted is he is Allah, the one, the prevailing. So at least see that he has limited his intention and his will when he exalts himself and says that he is Allah, the one, the prevailing or the overpowering, kaharo, for whatever English translation goes near, has, describes kaharo or irresistible use of Ali. So whichever English word describes this attribute of Allah. Then so at least know this, right? That the will of Allah is, and the intention is now limited. However, he could have done it, but because he is exalted, he is Allah, the one, the overpowering. His intention to take a son and his will is subjugated, is limited now, stopped from doing this. So what is it that he can't say now? I take a son, be, and it is, right? So whether he uses qada here in Surah Maryam, it doesn't matter. At least his will and his intention are limited now. Due to, now let's go to Surah Maryam ayat, back up. Surah Maryam ayat 35. Glory be to him. When he decrees a thing, he only says, be and it is. So he didn't have to, if you say decree, this is like qada is like giving something proportion, Surah Allah and all this. No, don't go there. Okay? Even if you say this, I'm thinking, no, it says decree, not the proportion he gives to something, a life term, or what is the normal average span of life for people, and all that that he gives could be used as qada, but I'm not sure about that anyway. So I'm just thinking how the Muslims may have seen this, or even Maududi and Yusuf Ali puts beget a son. It's take, right? Take a son. I showed you the Arabic word, and it's the same for Surah 19, ayah 35. Take for himself, take. For Surah Zumar ayat 4. Okay. So then he says, when he decrees a thing, he only says be and it is. Now what Maududi has given here in the footnote under this ayat, Quran.com, thank you very much. In ayats 1 to 35, it has been shown that the doctrine of the Son of God in regard to Prophet Jesus is absolutely wrong. For just as the miraculous birth of Prophet John, Yahya, did not make him the Son of God, so the miraculous birth of Prophet Jesus could not make him the Son of God. For the births of both were the result of the same sort of miracle, as they have been mentioned together in the same context in the Gospel of Luke. Therefore, it is mere distortion that the Christians would regard one as the servant of God and the other as the Son of God. But it's actually Hazrat Yahya, John the Baptist. He had a mother and a father, and yes, because his mother was barren, it says in the Quran. I don't know about in the Bible whether she was old. Yahya was old. I'm not sure about that. Anyways, not right now. We're not, regarding that. What we're regarding is that actually, Maududi under Surah 13, Surah 19, ayah 35 is saying that Allah can do miracles. Right? In short, summarizing, Allah can do miracles, so that would mean that He doesn't have to take a son. Reason for the last part of the ayat 1935, Maududi. And also Maududi's footnote explained properly. So put in summarized shortly, when he decrees a thing, he only says be and it is. That's why Allah is saying this at the end, because he means that he's unlimited in his, and he can create miracles. Maududi is saying this, and let's now see that when he decrees a thing, even his decreeing is unlimited, right? Power. So if he can create a miracle, why does he have to take a son? Why does he? But no. Look at Surah 39, ayat 4. Oh, I can go down here. Sorry, I get confused. If Allah had intended to take a son, here he doesn't say that, I can just have a miracle. Perform a miracle, decree a thing, and to it say be, and it is. But here it's saying if Allah had intended to take a son, He Himself is saying this. This is a Quran ayat. He could have chosen from what He creates, whatever He willed. So technically, He could, according to this ayat, what He says Himself. But then He says here, He gives another reason for it, that, of course, one similar reason is that the same, that He is exalted, or glory be to Him, right? He is, but the difference is in Surah, between Surah Maryam ayat 35 and Surah 39 ayat 4 in this, is that the reason given is that He is Allah, the one, the prevailing, and not someone who can perform miracles, like just say be and it is. That I explained to you also by taking Surah Yasin ayat, right? Taking Surah Yasin ayat, 82, is it? Yeah. Surah Yasin, ayat 82, his command is only when he intends, arada. So we take the intention, how shall I show you properly so that you understand completely. He intends a thing, he says to it be, and it is. So in this, when he says Surah Zumar ayat, when he says that if Allah had intended to take a son, he could have chosen. He could have, right? That's it. He could have. Technically, yes, he could have. The command of Allah is that when he intends a thing, he says to it be, and it is. So he's put intended here. Intended, the word in Arabic. Arada, the same word for Surah Yasin ayat 82. Arada. Arada. You see this one? So his command is only when he intends a thing, he says to it be, and it is. And this, of course, then is a miracle, right? For us. It's a miracle for us. But that's what he's saying in Surah, in short, putting it like intends. So he, through this miraculous, unlimited intention, when he intends a thing, he can just say be, and it is, and it will immediately happen miraculously for us. So actually, this is what he's saying, that I can miraculously take a son. I can take a son, intended. Or so if you bring the point of a miracle, like Maududi has brought the point out in Surah Maryam ayat 35, then it goes against this Surah Zumar ayat, right? 4. It goes against Surah Zumar ayat 4. For just as the miraculous birth of Prophet. Because Surah Maryam ayat 35 again, the last part. When he decrees a thing, he only says be, and it is. So he's definitely, do you see this? He's contradicted himself in this ayat against Surah Zumar ayat 4. For intending to take a son, he himself says, I can, I could. The moment his intention comes, it's miraculous for us, not for him. Nothing is a miracle for him. And it would take effect immediately, right? So this point also, in this way I'm telling you, showing you that I'm not telling you, I'm showing you there's a contradiction between Surah 19 ayat 35 and Surah 39 ayat 4. You get it? Intention. Because he's used this word intended. So it would take place like a miracle for us, like Maududi has put the point here, miraculous birth of Prophet John, then, right? And did not make him the son of God. So the miraculous birth of, no. Maududi cannot use this argument anymore. Because if you take Surah Zumar ayat, this also, he could have chosen from what he creates. Now he's miracle. If you say that Hazrat John was a miracle and so was Jesus, why would he choose Jesus over John? So he says here, he could have chosen from what he creates, whatever he willed. Actually, this is what, so Maududi is wrong in putting this argument here, or the reason here, under Surah 19 ayat 35. Got it? So it may be a bit hard, little bit. I hope I can make it easy for you to register it and to digest it. How we've been lied to, how we have been lied to. In my previous live stream, I could see that some of my word, like there was a cutting. I don't know why. So I hope it doesn't happen here. And try to speak slowly again. Allah can do miracles, so that would mean He doesn't have to take a son. Reason for the last part of the ayahs, Surah 19, ayat 35. And why did He choose Jesus? Because He says in Surah Zumar, why did He choose Jesus Maududi over Prophet John? Not because, okay, you see here He puts like the reason being that if He has to, He just, so what if Maryam is a Maryam, if Jesus is a miracle, John is too. And it's this, or even Adam or his creation. Okay, John. So what, right? Because He says, here He says, when He determines a matter, He only says to it, be, and it is. And here He says, He could have chosen from what He creates, whatever He willed. Chosen. Now, also, choice of Allah comes in. So, whatever He's created in it itself for us a miracle, miraculous. He can, when He intends a thing, shayan, or someone, or something, like He told Hazrat Zachariah, right? I have created you from nothing in Surah Maryam. Oh my God. So, I just want to take the hard way. Just make sure that I get all the points so that nothing in your mind remains, that, exhaust all logic, all arguments, all reasoning. Zachariah, although prays, hoping that God will give him a son, and yet he's very old, right? So can't have a son. And his wife is barren. Barren. This is a mention of the mercy of your Lord to his servant Zechariah. When he called out to his private calling, and he said, my Lord, indeed, bones have weakened, and my head has filled white with hoariness. White. And never have I been in my supplication to you, my Lord, unhappy. Dua. So indeed, I fear the successors. Give me a son to inherit me and inherit my family, the family of Jacob, and inherit the family of Jacob. Oh, Zechariah, indeed, we give you good tidings, right? Oh boy, my Lord, how? Now he says, my Lord, how will I have a son when my wife has been barren and I have reached extreme old age? Now says an angel, okay, well, said, thus it will be, your Lord says, oh, an angel comes and tells him, thus it will be, your Lord says, it is easy for me, because in Al Imran also, I'll be coming to that ayat this time. Let's see. Thus it will be, your Lord says, it is easy for me, for I created you before while you were nothing. So this in itself is a miracle, right? God is a miraculous God, let's say. Let's put it shortly like this. I don't think, I hope no one, any Islamic reasoning, oops, sorry, excuse me, that God is miraculous. Why would I define him like this? But he creates, he does miracles, right? So while you were nothing, I created you before. You were nothing. Actually, he was nothing, but then his parents had this union, and then the thing happened. There's a method here. How do we know that he? Okay, this thing about individuality, like, oh, Zachariah, I created you from nothing. No, that's not right. Maybe we should go to the first beginning where there was nothing and God created everything, like the sky, the heavens, the earth, and all that, I guess. So, anyway, so the point for now is that while you were nothing, right? So let me not lose my point and continue with this. He can choose anyone he wanted out of those whom he creates as as a son, intending. And intention, when Allah puts intention, it immediately means, what does it mean? Surah Yasin, ayat 30, ayat 82. What does it mean? It means be and it is. And it takes immediate effect. Split second or nanosecond or what, like that, right? Not even nanosecond, maybe. I don't know. Not sure about that. But it's like that, right? Something like that. So it's a miracle. Intended, be and it is. Then why does he put in Surah Maryam? And if, oh God, beget a son. If you're going to, if you're English speaking and you're going to read the Quran in English, please use Quran.com. Transliteration word by word of the ayats, Arabic words. They give you. When he decrees a thing, he only says be and it is. He only says be and it is. Right? So let me just keep on this point. So he's using that I am, when I intend a thing or when I decree a thing, I say to it be and it is. So take for himself a son. It does not befit Allah. Well, his intent, but okay, here it's qada. I was wondering about this because Surah Yasin is long time ago. I was wondering why is it arada here and qada here. Anyways, so you see how he's mixed things up that it's made it so complicated, a little bit complicated. You see, here it's qada, and something may come out of the Muslim thought, Islamic thought, my goodness. But you see, technically speaking, if you how does it befit him to take a son? Because he can just say be and it is. And why would he even choose Hazrat Yahya? Maududi goes there. Pranam, Inder, Aryan, Sindhi, Hindu. Okay, 00 AJ 007 official. Pranam ji, Pranam. Oh, most welcome. Greetings. Thank you for being here, brother. Okay, so you see this? Do you understand it? Do you get it? Let it sink in. Let it sink in. How can it befit him and using a miraculous, like his unlimited power? He can just say be and it is. Be and it is. Qada or intention, arada. But here he's used qada. And in Surah Yasin, why has he used arada? And then in Surah Zumar ayat, he's used arada. Huh? Intention. Here, qada meaning decreeing. Ma'am, very impressive content. Oh my God, it's impressive. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's those supporting me, those helping me, invisible beings. I don't know who they are. It's also you. So no, just see this thing, right? It's why didn't we see it before? Very simple. I support you dearly. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for your support. I don't know how to thank you, but I do mean it. God bless you so much. If you believe in God, in our best wishes then. And your family, lots of love to your family, loving regards and warm regards. Best wishes to you, your family, your country. Thank you, brother, so much. Inder, this is so like, this is not something to be impressed about. This is like simple. Which class, for which class? If it was taught like this, the Quran, if we could have the freedom, then it's not that impressive. I'm in my 50s and I'm doing this. It's very difficult for me. I'm agnostic, ma'am. Thank you. You're most, okay, you're most, okay. So then best wishes to you and your family if they are, and God bless them if they are not agnostic. You're most welcome, most welcome. And thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. Those of you who have been coming here, and I'm so overwhelmed. I feel too much. Sorry, I'm too emotional. Uh, so I have no words. Those of you, thank you for taking the time, your precious time, to come here. Inder, you don't have to really, but okay. I think it's like a truth seeker. So even what if you could go to turn to Islam and want to find out? Yeah, this would be very helpful for you to not go to Islam, not consider Islam. So this, you see, uh, and I'm much grateful to every one of you supporting me. Without your help here, your support, your cooperation, I would not be able to do this, you see. And mine is like broken and unprofessional, but if the content here, the content I'm seeing, uh, I will continue my support in future for you. May you have a long life. May you be protected. May God bless. From my side, I don't know if I believe in what God. I'll have to define a God or experience Him to believe in Him. But I wish you the very best, and may the universe support you in the future too, and give you a long, healthy, perfect health life. And those whose birthdays are in this month, like Hazir Imam, let me take the honor again, humbly to wish him a very, very happy birthday, long life, perfect health, beautiful life. He's made it so beautiful. But don't go to Ismaili Islam, please. I want to help Ismailis. I want to even help, if I may not sound too rude or presumptuous. You're most welcome. You don't have to thank me, brother, so much. I am ever indebted to you and so grateful to you, brother. So, and a very happy birthday to Hazir Imam His Highness Aga Khan. But don't go to Ismailis. He's beautiful, and this is why I have a challenge, because for myself also, like I'm getting pulled to his Ismaili Islam. But when he talks about the Quran, and now he was like, I saw his one video called to the Muslims to what is it? This year I cannot remember, to work for the world, to make it a better place. Oh, so you see what a beautiful Imam, and the rest of the Muslims. He's always so positive, right? So this is another shocking thing for me. Uh, although I don't think, sometimes it makes me very sad, but I'm not angry at him. But I wish that it makes me very, very upset and sad. Hazir Imam, he's not leaving Islam. I'm after you, ma'am. You can call me sister in there. Whenever you go, I will follow. Wherever you go, I will follow you. Acha, where? Oh my God, I'm after you. No, no, no. Inder, no. मुझे फिर, where will I hide? Inder, I'm going to hide from you. Don't come after me. I'm very wicked like this. Inder, you will regret it. You will regret it. You don't know a thing, actually, about me. So, do you see this, Muslims, to help the Muslims? So, I had to risk everything. Oh, and Imam, he's, oh, okay, my mind is, so let me not, we follow Sister Zahra. No, no. Okay, hands down, no more namastes and together, hands together. You don't have to be that respectful. Okay, in there. He's called me sister. That's really great. That's great. Okay, so then, welcome. You're most welcome. Always welcome here. Warmly welcome. And if there's anything else you would like to tell me, any improvement, although I can't improve, I deteriorate. The more I practice, the worse I get. So, sorry. But anyways, any, I know it's not professional, it's terrible, but the content, yeah, I see that. You see this how I found, no, by someone's help, I can't take full credit. I think a very intelligent man or a woman is helping me, like, this is this spirit, dil ko dil se raah hoti hai. So, and can you believe it that this time we can do this? Thanks to those protecting me and my life. I cannot thank all of you enough. What's it's covering, the heart is covering. You always speak from the books. Yes, the main book, especially the main book. This one, I always. It's like teaching, but it's not teaching. Do you see this? If you tell me I'm teaching, then I will get very, like, I'll be sad. The main book, Quran. But considering Shia Islam too and Sunni Islam and all this, I don't go to the hadiths much, yeah. book, but I'm not a bookworm. You see, this is the problem. I mean, this is the, what do you call it? What's that word again? Abhi buddhe ho rahe hain. I'm getting old, senile. The irony or the paradox, This is my favorite book. This has been my favorite book. Though, even though as Shia, like the first and foremost, Quran, for every one of us, I guess. So then, do you, Inder, have I explained this properly, brother? He says impressive content. but I don't know if I've explained it. You see, I have the content, but I don't know if I've explained it properly, shown you properly. So I'm doing my best. Now, the only, that only he is God, the one, no, no. Problem of one Allah. So I was going to go through Surah Zumar, that this, he says he's the one, and it was going to get complicated, but this has made it easy, stumbling on Surah 19, Ayah 35 recently while doing my notes, preparing for this. So it does not befit Allah to take for himself a son, but he says, if Allah intended, like his intention involved in this, to take a son, he could have. Now in Surah Maryam, how can he say it does not befit Allah to take for himself a son? Using, when he decrees a thing, even if he intends a thing, he says to it be and it is. So that in Surah 19:35, last part. Contradiction, right? I wish the Ismailis, the Shias, 12 Shias, the Muslims would take so much interest in this. Yes, very understandable. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for this feedback. God bless you so much. Best wishes, best wishes. Wish you the very best of life and everything. In there, brother. So you get it from any side now, I've done law. And from childhood, I've been looking like a lawyer at the cases I've had since childhood. Yes, contradictory. In there, thank you so much. You see the contradiction? Oh my goodness. Thank you. This means a lot to me. So, thank you. Yes, contradictory. Yes, very understandable. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you so much. So it's done then. Huh? Complete. Brother, I really appreciate you being here. When he decrees a thing, he only says be and it is. Here it's qada, but there in Surah Zumar, it's intent, and in Surah Yasin, it's intent. Allah's command is when he intends a thing, he says to it be and it is. Okay? Done? Finish? Shall we? Maybe the Muslims would want time to let this sink into them. So then, anything else? Okay, you get it, right? What a contradiction. What a contradiction. Easy. That's why you see Yusuf Ali has to also put, I think, I'm just guessing on that beget. It's not beget, it's take a son. Surah Maryam ayat, translation in English, ayat 35, taqatah. I think it's, see, Yusuf Ali puts beget a son, not take for himself a son like Maududi. And this word is the same as in Surah Zumar ayat 4. It's not beget a son. So you see, if Yusuf Ali remembered Surah Maybe he did. So I'm not going to talk about that. But just pointing this out, I'm not going in details. Why would Yusuf Ali put beget? It's not yam yalid or yam yulad, begetting a son, begetting or begotten. Surah Ikhlas ayat. Okay? So there we have it. Now thank you to our brother Ender for telling me that, yes, let them absorb this. Yes. Yes, it's going to take time. Can you believe this contradiction, right? Then I was taking Surah Zumar ayat, the one, so you have to, Al-Bab, now who are the men of understanding, to take heed. Surah 14, ayat 52, this Quran is notification for the people that they may be warned thereby and that they may know that He is but one God. This is a message proclamation for all mankind. This is very important, right? If I can find something against this one God, this is a proclamation to mankind, all of mankind. I think this is a proclamation for all mankind. Yeah, in other words, to all of mankind, that they may be warned by it, by this Quran, this message, that they may know. How would they know? That their God is none but the one true God, and that men of understanding may take heed, right? Oh, goodness. So now, this great proclamation to all of mankind, and that men of understanding can take heed. Or, so you see, taking heed, or the remembering, a reminder to them, so that only He is the God, He is God, the one mankind can know, and men of understanding be reminded and pay heed that there is only one Allah and no other Allah. But what they have to know is that Allah has limited His intention and His will for this, as worked out and shown earlier, right? His will for this. For what? In Surah Zumar, ayat 4. For one Allah. Him being one Allah, which is in Surah Zumar, ayat 4. Wahid, right? I'll be doing this, continuing with this. I'm not leaving this like, See, when you come to this ayat, Muslim believers, I hope you see this. Taking Surah Zumar ayat 4, so as worked out and shown earlier here, and also in my previous live streams, which they have failed to figure out with the help of Surah Zumar ayat 4, that Allah has limited His intentions and His will for being one God. And this is a proclamation to all of mankind, He says. In Surah Ibrahim, ayat 52, and that men of understanding, Al-Bab, Al-Bab, yeah, okay, the men of understanding would be reminded, Sahih International, the zikr, it comes from zikr, thakkar, I think. So, oh my goodness. So, sorry Muslims, sorry to burst your bubble, and gods, your Allahs, one God, Wahid. Wahid itnain salata, khamsa arba. Ya Allah, oh my goodness. But for this one God, He's limited His intention and His will in Surah Zumar, ayat 4. He could have had a son if He had intended. And, so chosen from His creation then, and whatever He wills. Oh my goodness. So what a terrible, right? Whole. Huh. No, I'm not. I'm just, bursting the bubble. Oh, the air is coming out of this one God. So sorry to put it this way, but he's been. I don't intend to hurt you or be taunting or sarcastic. But if I do that, it is me also. I'm like, for myself, it's he was my prophet. And how many of you, it makes me feel very terrible, will be hurting and no, and also hurting others if they, how many of you have done zulm to your, those who have questioned this religion, Muslims, your family members? My goodness. And what not goes on? What not is at stake? So, okay, power given by Allah to anyone doesn't reduce his power. Wait a minute. So, fail to figure out, like we have now the content seen, and in there it's you also. So, I think, I would involve you in this. Don't get impressed. It's like I, you're here. You're one of. It's your content. You're included in this, right? So thanks to you too. So in the ayah, Surah 59, ayat 3, Surah 59, ayat 3, Allah says He's, Qadir, able or competent over all things, yet He's given the power of prayer to His messengers. Oh my God, now we come to Surah 59, Hashar, ayat 6. Look at what He's done to for the messengers, right? So here He's one, and He doesn't give His power to. What does He mean by saying in Surah Zumar ayat that He's Qaharo, all overpowering, irresistible, all prevailing? I wonder when the spirit can be all prevailing, when something like pure awareness is all prevailing, right? So, anyways, about His power in this ayah, in the ayah 59, Surah Hashar ayat 3. No, sorry, not 3, 6, 6. Okay, I'm not going to, no, I won't be able to rest properly. Surah Hashar ayat 3. Making mistakes like this, I have to correct it here and now. Where is it? Okay. He has given Sully away. And they're saying this is some power. This is the word in Surah Hashar ayat 6. It's Sully. Anyways, let's see what I've written in my notes. In the rough notes. Surah 59 ayat 6. Correction made. Not 3. Allah says He is Qadir, able or competent over all things, yet He's given the power of prayer to His messengers. Okay, this is my translation. Power of prayer to His messengers, which means going to ayah 39, Surah 39, ayat 4. Power given by Allah to anyone doesn't reduce His power or affect His being. Okay? Have an effect on His being or affect His being, what He is as one Allah or Kaharo, overpowering, or the Creator even, right? Because He said, if I intended to take a son, I could have, in Surah Zumar ayat 4. Moreover, Allah uses His will here, meaning as He wills, He gives the power. So translators put for Salli, power, in Surah 59, Ayat 6, right? So, moreover, Allah uses His will here, meaning as He wills, He gives the power to His messengers over whoever He wills. Whoever He wills. Now, this brings us to Salat, because Salli is the power He's given to His messengers. Salli means prayer. Salat, from Salat, the word. Oh my God. So His power, also this point, right? Look at this. Now this brings us to Salat, because Salli is the power He's given to His messengers. So another contradiction taking ayats, if what this means is they should be praying, asking messengers, and whatnot. Let's see. Surah 59, ayat 6. Here they can't put blessing. Allah and the angels are sending the blessings for Salli, right? Yusallimu, that's another ayat. Okay, so Allah and the angels send blessings, they say, to Prophet Muhammad. But here what will they say? Here they've put power, not prayer. See. Now what has Allah said here? Surah 59, ayat 6. And what Allah restored of meaning of property to His messenger from them, you did not spur for it. You Mu'mineen believers, meaning, did not spur for it in an expedition, meaning any horses or camels, using horses or camels. So, but Allah gives His messengers power over whom He wills. And Allah is over all things competent. Now, why doesn't He say, no, I can't give power. Exalted am I, exalted is Allah. He is far above this. To give, He is the Qaharo. Why is He giving His messenger the power over whom He wills? Tell me. Whatever Allah has taken away from them and bestowed on His messenger the spoils of war, or for which you spurred neither horses nor camels. But Allah grants authority to His messengers over whomsoever He wills. Right? Allah has power over everything. So see, it doesn't say here, no. Dare you not say this, that the messengers have power over others. Subhana, Allah has all power. But you know what I mean? Okay, here you may not see let me explain further. And now it's Salli also. It's Salli and Yasha'u, willing or wishing. Oh, whom Allah wishes, He gives this much power to His. How much power has He given? He gives power, He says. He gives Salli. Actually, I put the power of prayer. So maybe they have to pray to the messenger to give them the spoils of the war which he has taken. Oh, because if they toil, these Banu Qurayza, they worked, and Prophet Muhammad, they broke their houses, they were exiled. Now Prophet Muhammad has all the goodies of the spoils of war with him. So he can just take it like he won, right? It was theirs, but the rest of it, whatever they took and went away, they were exiled. Also, they broke their homes. But he's taken these spoils of war, these spoils of war, right? He's taken it. His messenger has taken it. Because you did not spend for it, believers. So you don't get anything, although you helped to break the houses, Surah Hashar 2, of those poor exiled Jews, Banu Qurayza. Or What kind of power is this or authority is this? Please tell me. And another problem is it's not Sultanan, it's not Amri, it's Salli here, Salli. Yusallitu Rasulahu. Right? So, sorry for the mispronunciation. Yusalli, Rasulu, Rasula, Rasulah. Ooh, in plural. Rasulullah, not Rasulullah because that's not plural, that's singular. Salli, you see this? He's given the power of prayer to him, meaning now you pray to him, or what? You see these problems coming up. So not only contradictions, but what kind of problem is this? What problem is this? Is that now they've changed the meaning of Salli to just put it as power. So now we turn to another point also. But he does give his power, although he is over everything powerful, he gives his messengers power over whom Allah wills. Okay? And then he says, Allah has power over everything. Okay, he has power over everything, but here he's given the messenger power over whom he wills. So his will, with his unlimited will, whatever he pleases, he does with his unlimited intention. Maybe you would say this is justified. But look at the verses against the polytheists. Then are you not like worship? You actually, they will be praying to the messenger. If you get, so first I need to get this translation straight and tell these translators that this is not power. Salli. Salli is prayers. Anyhow. So, okay, this is Salli, right? Now, Allah has changed the meaning of Salli here to mean power. And anyways, okay, let's go with them. So, Allah grants authority to His messengers over whomsoever He pleases. So, technically, look at this, right? Like he's given power to in Surah Takwir. It could be very easy for me, like I said in my previous live stream. I could go to Surah Takwir ayat 20 and say, you know, association with Allah. Look at this. This is not association, but I'm taking other ayats and I could just finish it, end it. But I'm taking other ways, other ayats to show you how you've been deceived, how wrongly, what other mistakes and what other, you know, not properly put ayats, like unjust ayats. He's given here the power to his messenger over whom he pleases. Okay, it's justified, you would say, because Allah has given him. But when the polytheists say that Allah willed that we associate, if Allah did not will that we associate with others, then we would not have associated with him or had intercessions, interceders, sorry. Those whom we use as, you know, interceders with him. Right? So, in other ways, like, oh God, he says, besides Allah, they've taken in associates. And then they say that, and then the Quran ayat is like, but with Allah, they are their interceders. Right? So, if Allah had will, but no, they are wrong. No power with them. Allah has not given them. You would think, oh no, it is not Allah. But here, if Allah gives power to His messenger, that's okay. But Allah has power over everything. But now He needs the messengers and gives them power over others, right? To give, so He needs these messengers to give authority to, and He's also given him over whomsoever He wills. power. So he can just take these spoils of war, and you didn't spur. Even the believers are told this. You didn't spur, so maybe you don't get anything from the spoils of war. Allah in himself, he gets it, in his family members, perhaps. I don't know. Like that. And then, okay, let's see now. Surah 3, ayah 39. As he stood praying in the sanctuary. You see, the Sali means that Zachariah stood praying in the sanctuary. The angels called out to him. Now he's calling out to, noteworthy, another point. Not only Sali, what it actually means, it means praying to, like it means praying to Allah. Again, this, you've, not only there, you've put blessings, Allah and the angels send blessings when it's actually Sali, prayers. How can Allah send prayer to someone? What I think is that he's granted Rasulullah the power of prayer. Now he's the best intercession, or I don't know. So you Muslims have not understood this properly. He's given the power. Whatever you have owned here is his. Because whatever you asked Allah for and you toiled for, you worked for, and he got it because he won, it's his. Like, oh Allah, like now what Zachariah praying for? A son. Or maybe Zachariah's, let's say Zachariah praying to Allah for something, right? And whatever miraculously Allah gives you, it's his now, right? Because the power of prayer is given to him. So much power. Yes, Allah has power over everything. He is Shayin Qadir. Kulle Shayin Qadir. The last part of this ayat, Surah 59, ayat 6. But who has he granted such authority that over others, whomsoever he pleases, over whomsoever Allah pleases. So that would mean what? If you really understand the Sali, this is the power of prayer. I think it's prayer, and they put power. So I just put power of prayer. He's given prayer. If he gives prayer to Rasulullah, what does this mean? In this case, in this ayat, Surah 59, ayat 6. Because it's on spoils of war, property restored. So to his messenger from them. And what Allah restored, noteworthy. So even if these Jews, even if you believers have not worked for it, it's his. They asked Allah, Allah gave them strength to work for it, open doors, or whatever he's gained. You see, you didn't enter whatever he's gained from the restored property to his messenger. Theirs is his now, because his messenger's power. Allah gives his messengers power over whom he wills. Read in context to this ayat, yeah? And you didn't spur, even the believers, they're not yours. Now maybe you have to go and pray to Rasulullah. Ya Rasulullah, Salat. Can we have some spoils from the war? War booty. You get it? So if you read in context what it means really, and then he says here, Allah is over all things competent. He doesn't say, because he's given power. So now he doesn't have to say, does it have any effect on him being over all things competent when he's given some power, or what? He doesn't say some power, but whatever power is given to the messengers, does it have an effect on his Allah is over all things competent, or Allah has power over everything? But this word, Salli, is not even, like he doesn't say he's given qadir. He's not given qadir to the messengers, right? This also. And yet he's put a different word here for himself. So does it make a difference? Back to Surah Maryam ayat, Surah Zumar ayat, the ones I've chosen for this, right? Content, topic. So what? It makes no difference to him being having power over everything. Now, if it's going to tell me in the Quran ayat, I was trying to search for it, that no one has power, no one. No, he even gives the mulk to whom he wills. Mulki, dominion. And Bani Israel he raised above all. There are many ayats like this I could have put here, brought here. So then what? Oh God. So you see now this prayer thing is of Zechariah. Maybe now you believers, you do not understand. You've even misunderstood your religion. Now please go and pray to Ismaili, ex-Ismailis. I think you should pray to Agha Khan, not to God. Intermediary, there's bureaucracy here. Angels are also. Now you see Zachariah's case, he's prayed to Allah. Salli Allah. You salli. And this is like salat, right? There's not even dua. But there's dua also he did. Previous ayat of Surah 3 ayat 39. Then he's standing there praying in the sanctuary. The angels called out to him. Now Allah uses angels to call out to Zechariah. There's bureaucracy here. He says, do not invoke. Now he says here, they invoke a son for Allah. Surah Maryam ayat. Oh, I didn't put, here it is, that they should invoke a son for most gracious. Meaning, you know what is the meaning of invoking a son? This also a problem in this ayat, Surah 19 ayat 91. Da'aw. It means they pray. Why has he used this word, that they invoke a son for most gracious? Let's see. Now, going step by step, I think I jumped the gun. Say, indeed, the guidance of Allah is, look at, oh. So, now you see, angels are sent to answer him, Surah 3 ayat 39. The angels called out to him. There's no brackets in brackets. It says, the ayat says, malaika, malaikatu. Malaika called out to him. So now he uses malaika to send his message that yes, Allah has heard your prayer. So if you're praying directly to Allah and then he's using angels, he can't come. He's limited. He can't answer you like that. He answers you through prayer. And he says, call on me, I will answer you, that other ayat. And how is he answering Zechariah? Noteworthy. Through angels. So he's using intermediary. So then what am I not able to say properly? Gives you good tidings of John, who shall confirm a command of Allah and shall be outstanding among men, utterly chaste and a prophet and among the righteous. Okay, this is not important. Angels tell Zechariah here in Surah 3 ayat 39. And Salli also. Then I went to some other ayat. Just bear with me, yeah? Surah 6 ayat 71. Say, shall we invoke instead of Allah that which neither benefits us nor harms us, and be turned on our heels after Allah has guided us? We would not be like one whom the devils entice to wander upon the earth, confused, while he has companions inviting him to guidance, calling, come to us. Say, indeed, the guidance of Allah is the only guidance, and we have been commanded to submit to the Lord of the worlds, invoking instead of Allah that which neither benefits nor harms us. So at least the angels are answering Zechariah when he's prayed to Allah directly, not through an angel. Maybe they are invoking someone like angels because they're using the intermediary. For goodness sakes, who answered Zechariah? This point first. I've already done this ayat, but in a different light. Surah 6, ayat 71, guidance, on guidance, but also see on guidance, right? Surah 9, ayat 31, lords. Where's the Lord? Oh, and we have been commanded to submit to the Lord of the world. So many points here. Another point I missed in my early live stream on this ayat. You see, Lords is Isa Masih ibn Maryam, put in Surah 9, ayat 31 like that, with Allah. And that ayat also mistranslated to mean that Masih ibn Maryam is not a Lord with Allah. So here at least Lord of the worlds is Masih ibn Maryam with Allah also, right? Sorry, but Merry Christmas in like, beforehand to the Christians. Lord of the world. Submit to the Lord of the world. Another point, guidance. You know what? Maybe I forgot. You see, guidance, Surah 64, ayat 6. He says, Allah is the best of, the only guidance is from Allah, right? Say, indeed, the guidance of Allah is the guidance, the guidance. See, they put only here, which, okay, the guidance of Allah, right? Now, who's guiding you here? Surah 64, ayat 6, Surah Taghabun, ayat 6. Is it Surah Taghabun? Okay, Surah 64, ayat 6. This was because the messengers would come to them and with clear signs, but they would say, shall mortals like ourselves guide us to the right way? So a little bit off topic now, bear with me. Shall mortals like ourselves guide us to the right way? What does Allah, they think Allah's, you see what Allah could be saying here is that Allah should guide you directly, not sending mortal men, angels and whatnot, even, right, men to guide you. That's why these devils, okay, maybe through, so they even, they could be, the planets could be guiding them. The stars could be guiding them. And Allah saying devils are guiding them. They're taking devils as guides. So they're calling on devils. Yeah, turn back on heels after, and like one whom the devils enticed upon the earth, confused. No, they're not, and he has companion. Maybe the devils are guiding them. Sorry, the planets are guiding them, stars are guiding them. Sun is giving sustenance to them and all that, right? Although he's a creator, but look how many methods he has to use. He's also dependent on angels to answer to Zachariah when Zachariah prays directly to him. And do not invoke on any other than me. Say, indeed, the guidance of Allah is the guidance. Now, of course, they're going to ask this. Are mortal men going to guide us to the right way? They rejected the truth and turned away. Thereupon Allah became unconcerned with them. You see, here the messengers would come to them with clear signs to guide them, right? To guide them to the right way. So they say, shall mortals guide us? It's implied that the messengers are guiding them, sent to guide them, right? Oh my God. Yahduna. Huddan. You see, they're saying, they're not, there's another translation saying direct us. No, it's not direct us. It's Yahduna from Hudda word. Surah 6, ayat 7. Allah is the only Al-Hudda. Guidance, Hudda. So Yahduna is from Hudda, guide. Now in this verse, Surah 64, ayat 6, messengers have been sent to guide them to the right way. So that's why they're saying, shall mortals guide us to the right way? When you have said, what should they have said? When you have said in Surah 6, ayat 71, Allah's is the guidance, the guidance. And we have commanded to submit to the Lord of the worlds. And who is the Lord? They're with Allah in Surah 9, ayat 31. This also. And another thing is, then we come to Surah 19, ayat 91, that they should invoke a son for the most gracious. This is not attributing a son. That's why I took Yusuf Ali here is right. It's not ascribing a son that I used to read as a Shia in English translation. It's invoking a son. Da'a. It's from dua. Dua. Abraham prayed, made dua to Allah. Right, Surah Abraham ayat. Zakaria, dua and Saleh, dua also. To Allah. Only Allah. Only make dua to Allah. So are they invoking? What does this mean? I don't understand. Most gracious. Forget this. I'll tell you one thing that I learned from Christian Prince. Thank God I was there at that time. Surah 19, ayat 92. It does not befit the most gracious, the most compassionate Lord that he should take a son. Again, this is terrible. If you take Surah, why? And again, Yusuf Ali beget, right? For 92 also. Take the khita. It's take, not beget. Surah Zumar ayat 4. Allah says, if I want to take a son, if I intend to take a son, I take a son, I can. So another, so many for you, Muslims. If you're going to read in your own language and God knows who the translator is, you're misguided. But not only that, the translators are wrong, but the Quran is wrong. I'll show you how. Main thing is that the Quran and this is a false Allah and a false prophet. Surah 39 ayat 4. If Allah had intended to take a son, he could have chosen from what he creates whatever he willed, right? So it's not beget, it's take. The khit. Huh? Peace I give to you. I heard it in myself, right? I was like, which poem did I write? Oh, so I searched, like I thought it was a Quran ayat. Peace I give to you. I heard it in me. Oh, when I searched it in Google, at first I thought, when did I say this? Who did I say this to? Or did I write a poem on this? Searched it, John 14:27. Jesus Christ says, peace I leave with you. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. What does the Quran say? Surah Yunus ayat. If you do not understand, go to the previous scriptures like that, right? Or to those who are reading the previous scriptures, who have the scriptures, Ahl Kitab, or what is Surah Yunus? Okay. So, but just, okay, I brought the Bible verse, but see, in Surah 36, ayat 58, maybe want a little bit, maybe slight difference, it will help here, but Surah, not much. See here, Surah 36, ayat 58. Peace shall be the word conveyed to them from the merciful Lord. Right? And where is Surah Maryam? What does the son of Maryam say? So Allah says, Ar-Rahman says, not Allah. Noteworthy in Surah Yasin 36 at 58. I wonder if I can finish this. So you see this al-peace, al-salam is Allah. Christian Prince, I need Christian Prince for this. That's why I had to stop there. So at least showing you which ayat number. I can't remember. So I'll just have to search it like this. Please bear with me. So Isa al-Masih, if Ar-Rahman sends peace to you, and of course the believers also say peace to each other, but who is al-Salam, right? Which is the attribute of Allah. Oh God, why did it go? Surah Maryam. Peace is with me. And who spoke to Bibi Maryam? Would that help? So why do they invoke a son with a Rahman? Okay, that I will continue later. From here, sorry, I have to end very, maybe if this quickly, something's going to start. And peace is on me the day. What is on me? Al-Salam. And this is an attribute of Allah. If you feel this is not an attribute of Allah, Surah Takwir ayat, if you have not agreed with me here in Surah Takwir, ayat 20, that at least this who is with Allah, the Rasul Kareem, this is not an attribute of Allah, right? Zi kuwatin, there are people who have, Allah has given them kuwatin, right? Strength. This is not an attribute of Allah. Allah has said that they have quwwatin, right? It's not al, it's the quwwatin. Okay, and I showed you that the can be, Allah has used it also for himself in Surah Dhariyat, dhu as dhu, or so what, now can you tell me that this is an attribute of Allah or not? Jesus Christ is, and peace on me the day I was born and the day I will die. He's giving himself the attribute of Allah. Who can do this? This is the attribute of Allah. Allah is supposed to say that peace is on him. Like this, a Muslim became Christian. He argued. They debated, and then he came back on this. And when Christian Prince showed him this, who can give to himself the attribute of Allah? Al-Salam. This definitely is an attribute. The Christian Prince said, like if it has an al, the salam, peace, then it is an attribute of Allah. How he brought that Muslim to this. So he had to agree with it, right? And say, yes, then Isa al-Masih is God. So they invoke with Allah. Now what has Allah invoked, sent to you in Surah Yasin, this also? Huh? What has Allah sent to you? No, Allah hasn't. He's taken his attribute and sent to you. Peace shall be the word conveyed to them from their merciful Lord. Shall be word, peace, a word from the most merciful Lord. Oh, is this Isa al-Masih? And yet they are blamed. I'm not able to explain this properly, though this is not very clear. I do confess to that. They invoke a son, that they should invoke a son for most gracious, not Allah, his attribute, most gracious. Glorified the attribute, the ism, the name of Allah, the names of Allah. Not Allah at times, right? That is that too. So going back to Surah Zumar, okay, it says how he is Allah, or he is the one Lord, or the one Wahid, Allah, the Wahid. And so trying to work this out, like I will come back to, I need another live stream and a little bit of time to work this out. But just hold on to this and think about it. Maybe Jesus, Rahman, gave peace, conveying peace, and Jesus has conveyed peace for himself. So who is Jesus now? Al-Salam. Who is Jesus now? Ar-Rahman or not? Okay, am I being too? So okay, this don't I just came to me. So this was just a help for me, but I'll be concentrating on the Quran ayat, and from Quran ayats I have to prove that Jesus is Al Rahman. Not that I'm a Christian or anything, please. It's just for Christians, for Jews, for wherever the Quran ayats are unjustly written and not. So I have to uh, like talk about it, right, and show it to you that this is unjust. This is not from Allah, and bring you out of this religion. Please come out of this religion as soon as possible. Help you, not force you. So all this thing I'm doing, and in the end, if I say please come out, it's my passion. It's not I'm not forcing you. Okay. So a little bit on this. I'm not saying that I've completed my reasoning and all this. So what a maybe a little bit, and then they should invoke a son for most gracious. And what will Allah be invoking? Not only the believers, but peace, a word from the most merciful Lord. Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Peace, a word from the merciful Lord. And who says, oh, I forgot to put this ayat, Surah Maryam ayat. And peace is on me the day I was born, and the day I will die, and the day I am raised alive. Let's see. We'll look at this continuing tonight. If you're interested, please come. I'll be continuing with this. Is Jesus Christ then God or even Lord, Ar-Rahman? Peace, a word. Ar-Rahman says, Surah Yasin ayat. Let's see. So we're going to technically work it out. I'll do my part. You do your part, please, if you can. Or you don't have to do any homework. I'm not giving you any homework. This is, but just, if you're interested, come. Okay. And I'll continue this later. Thank you so much. And thank you, Inder brother, so much. Lots of love to your family, country, people, uh, friends. Best wishes to you all. Best wishes to you all. Thank you to those who have been bearing with me here, my broken way, my broken self. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. Really appreciate this. So sorry, I have to end now. I've too much to take. It's so coming this way and that way, and seeing like how many ayats and that he has deceived us. Okay. Oh, it's terrible. So thank you very much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Those who are helping, supporting, and guiding spiritually. Thank you so much for this beautiful. I mean, it's wonderful to come this way. The content, like Inder said. Thank you, whoever is responsible for this. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. Really appreciate it. Salutations unending to you.